Greetings, and welcome to Movement Medicine Morsels. Thank you so much for joining in. So, September, as National Yoga Month, I am doing a little bit of discussion, a few thoughts on yogic principles, maybe some principles that you haven't heard of. They're not as popular as the postures themselves, but yoga is a holistic art form and science and also includes ethical precepts so that not only are we improving the strength and flexibility of our bodies, our breath, our health, but we're also becoming the best, kindest, and most cultivated human beings that we can be. So it's a pretty nice package. So we're working with the yamas this week. There are 5 precepts that have to do with our relationship to others and the world at large. Today's theme is asteya, a Sanskrit word which means non-stealing. So there's a pretty obvious meaning where don't take what's not yours, has to do with property. And there's also a deeper level that has to do with beingness. So the beingness part is we don't want to take away from someone's integrity by thinking them lower, by interrupting them, so or by disrespecting them in any way, even in terms of being late for an appointment that's been set up. If you're the one who's late, you're taking away precious time from another person who has given their time in an agreement to you. So there's all kinds of levels to this. And of course, this is a very short talk, so we only brush the surface, but it might plant a seed for some thoughts. Now, if we think about the flip side of stealing, we think about someone feeling a lack, feeling not good enough, feeling maybe anger, maybe wanting to rebalance the um, the ledgers by taking something that you feel you've lost out. You need to take something, or you don't feel like you're enough, so you need more. So the flip side of stealing is generosity, feeling a sense that everything is well, feeling that you have enough. This might also include questions of what is enough, but we'll leave that for another day. How much is enough? Simplicity, just enough. Often we're looking for something outside ourselves and we want more, 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 more because for some reason we don't feel enough inside ourselves. And yoga is really a system that helps us turn away from the outside world that might be giving us pushes and pulls. You need this to be a better person. You have to own this to show you're successful. Your yoga poses need to look like the photographs of the gymnasts or the dancers doing yoga. And all of that is reaching outside ourselves for something to complete a feeling of unworthiness or not enoughness. And yoga lets us relax in who we are in the moment without needing to strive and in the knowing that we are already enough. We are perfect, even in our imperfections. We're imperfectly perfect and perfectly imperfect, but we're enough. The amount that our body stretches is enough. We don't have to push it to that extra bit to try to be like somebody else. We can be enough inside ourselves. So that's enough talking. I think you get the idea. So we're going to work with a little bit of breath-centered flow in movement and in meditation, because when we slow down, and the breath is such a beautiful tool of slowing down, we start to drop away from those looking outwards with our senses, with trying to figure out how can we get something more to make ourselves more worthy. We start to forget about all of that and turn our sense organs inwards, start to drop into our feeling, into our breathing, into the miracle that is our own body, and into the perfect amount of stretching, strengthening, and settling that is authentic and in the moment, in the moment. Because when we're not in the moment, we're looking into the past, we're looking into the future, and that's a way of stealing from energy from the past, taking away from our energy in the moment. We miss all of that. And also worrying about our energy in the future, which we miss this beautiful moment that's right here, right here. So let's get into our sitting position, just a little bit of grounding ourselves. We'll return to the sitting for the meditation portion, but planting our feet so we feel the ground below us, we feel stability. Feeling our sit bones, again, reinforcing stability, that feeling of being held by the earth, of being grounded. And of course, we want to also experience the lightness of being at the same time. With our roots, we want to feel the wings. So let's inhale and expand the chest as we lift our wings, and exhale round the spine. And really think about your breath. Let the inhalation open the chest, reach out through your wing fingers, open up, and let the exhalation settle you back down. Wait for the inhalation, letting the breath guide us through our movements is so much more satisfying than moving and kind of cobbling the breath on in some haphazard way. Let the inhalation move you and wait until the exhalation to have it transform you. So we're doing a little bit of expansion, opening, feeling the breath in our bodies, and exhale, releasing. We'll do one more of these. Inhaling, filling, filling, filling. Stay here as you exhale. Reach up and down and out as you inhale, and exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to do one more gesture with the arms. So take an inhalation in prayer position, and let's stay here for a moment. Settle yourself in your true nature. You're a spiritual being having an experience in the physical realms. Your body is a miracle. You are worthy of love, and love is something that can be breathed into your body. It's a form of prana, life force energy, life loving itself, and that includes you. Sometimes we're trained to be altruistic and think about others more than ourselves. We need to remember others, but we need to remember ourselves. So there's no separation. The gratitude, that generosity of spirit. And on the exhale, let the exhale lower the hands and the fingertips reach out to the floor by the sides. On the inhalation starts a chain of reaction. And you have one inhalation to reach up to the sky, and we're reaching with curved arms today for today's flow. Wait for the exhalation and turn the palms out and let the exhalation give you the length of the movement. We'll do two more seated. The inhalation is the field in which you move, and you keep moving until the end of the inhalation. And when the exhalation calls you, you are lowering the arms. One more time, smoothly. Now you know how long your breath is, so you can time the movement to match exquisitely. This is such a long, tall stretch. And exhale, stay tall as you bring your wings down to your sides. Beautiful feeling of calm and centeredness. Meditation in motion can be born when we lead our movement from the breath and we slow down. We slow down and find out that everything is within. Let's take this to standing, unless you prefer to stay seated, in which case you can continue. I still have my moon boots on, so it is a little chilly today where I am. So we're going to feel that connection to the sky, our expansion, and our connection to the earth. And we're going to take a little lowering. We're sitting and slightly back so that we have ease in the groins. And you can take this as small or as big as you like. And in and exhaling, we come up nice and tall. Just rest your hands on your hips. Stay tall. You're just lowering your body, but you're not shrinking. And you press with the legs as you exhale. Now coordinate with the breath. Inhale, you're still rising up, but you're coming closer to the earth. Exhale, you feel the power of your legs and the energy going up. One more time, just the legs. Inhale and exhale, pressing up. So now we add the arms. The arms come up on the inhale, but we sink closer to the earth at the same time. So take an exhalation here, feel the breath, make it all the way out. And your inhale begins, and the movement follows a nano fraction of a second later. And you make it to this big embrace the sky and hug the earth. And exhale, you take the whole breath to stand in your proud, calm nature. Inhale. Breathing in, feel the strength of the earth, the inspiration of the sky, and exhale to your full vertical alignment. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Take a pause, and we're going to do a similar movement, but one that to me really establishes a sense of really feeling strong and uplifted. If you think for a moment of a lotus that rises up and the flower blooms upwards and it comes out of the mud, but it comes up with such confidence and quiet beauty and quiet strength, untouched by any of the heaviness or being pulled down. The energies of stealing, of being afraid, of not being enough, those are contracting and negative energies. We want to understand that, feel it, but also counterbalance it with an uplifting energy. So this is a movement called showering chi, but it might have a different leg position than you've experienced before. So we start holding a ball of light and we're standing in our full glory. On the inhalation, we bend the knees, but this time we expand the light between the hands so the hands stretch out. We turn the palms up, and as we exhale, we stand in our full height. We're rising up within the energy. On the inhalation, we come to that position we just did. The lower body sinks. We embrace the sky, and there's a little bit of introspection. You're going inside to consider things rather than going outside. And now on the exhalation, we pour the light through the body and we rise like the lotus. The light passes through us and we rise to our full height. Isn't that beautiful? Let's do it again. Inhale, we gather strength from the earth and we expand. Rotate the palms up. Exhale, we're rising. We're feeling ourselves. Inhale, we're embracing the sky, but with a little bit of introspection. And then as we exhale, the legs press, the body rises, the light showers over us. Let's do that two more times. Wait for the inhalation. The inhalation is guiding and the movement. Wait for the exhalation and rise as the palms relax. Wait for the inhalation. Let your legs sink. Let yourself reach up. Let yourself go within. And as you exhale, pour that light, that strength, that wisdom through you and rise up in your true nature. One more of these. Inhale, we're expanding, we're feeling earth. Exhale, we're rising, but we're relaxed. You can even look around a little bit. Inhale, we're rising, but we're also strengthening. We're going within. And the exhale, we rise up through the light and then gently, gently pull the energy in and support the energy at the low belly And take a few calm, smooth, deep breaths in and out, taking your time, knowing that you are enough, knowing that you don't need much outside of the inner knowing. You can make different decisions when you're calm and centered. And now we're going to come to sitting to do a little lotus hand meditation. I'm going to tip my camera a little bit because the arms don't go up very much. And once again, meditation is a way of really settling our energy and turning our sense organs within and really going in and finding out what our beautiful resources are. We have so many of them, so many of them. I'm just going to move a little. Oh, no, wrong way. I'm going to move a little bit like this. All right. So the hands are going to be our lotus flowers or rose petals, if you like. We're sitting nice and tall. We're very calm. We'll go over the coordination of movements, then we'll fall into the breath led style. So the first inhalation will be to turn the hands so the palms face each other. And then the exhalation will be to finish the turn so the palms are up. Then we inhale, the fragrance of the lotus rises up and buoys our heart and fills our nostrils. And then the exhalation is the petals falling softly to begin the cycle again. So for the movements, inhale, the palms face one another. Exhale, the palms face up, they're ready to lift. Next movement, inhaling, the fragrance supports the heart, enters the nostrils. And exhale, the petals gently fall back down. Now, again, we're going to drop into our breath, and no movement happens without the breath just a hair before it. If you had a hook and you wanted to pull something, first you hook and then the pulling happens. So the breath begins and that hooks the movement. So there's no movement between breaths. You're only moving when you're breathing. So establish your breath rhythm. You can even close your eyes. We'll do one together, and then I want you to really drop into your meditation where you're really so carefully listening to your breath so that movement is created by the breath and no movement happens outside of the breath. So we begin with an exhalation. Wait for the inhalation and the palms face each other. The pinky finger rests on the thighs. Wait for the exhalation. It's guiding you to make the palms turn upwards receptively. Wait for your inhalation and the palms rise. The rose or lotus petals come up and they make your heart full of joy. And exhale, they relax and come back down again. The inhalation turns the pinky fingers onto the thighs. The exhalation turns the palms up. The inhalation floats the hands up, bringing joy to the heart and fragrance of the divine or your whatever you want. And then exhaling, the hands float down. Let's do two on our own timing and then just sit for a few moments, softly smiling and breathing and noticing how you feel. Surrendering into the breath, movement, meditation. Notice if you feel calmer, if you feel satisfied. Maybe from a place like this, any decisions we make are quieter, calmer, truer decisions. And whatever feeling of calm, of enoughness that you may be experiencing, let it spread through all of your cells. Let it penetrate your whole being. And consider at different times today, what does stealing, non stealing mean on subtle levels? Are there ways that we can be more generous? I know one of the ways I've seen in myself is I tend to get excited and I interrupt people. And that actually is taking away from their experience, from their ability to have the time and the space in which to be heard for as long as they need to speak. So that's just another little example. Maybe you have one of your own. And if you feel like typing it in or sending a response or a question, or maybe you have another aspect of asteya that I haven't even touched on, please feel free to share. And thank you, beautiful beings, for tuning into today's Movement Medicine Morsel. And I wish you a beautiful weekend, or check in with the YouTube library. That's always open 24/7. And we'll see you next time. Many, many, many blessings.